So be honest with me, how many times have you actually folded pocket kings pre-flop in your life? It's not something I would recommend anyway. In fact, I have played several thousands of hours of live poker, and until last week I had never folded pocket kings pre-flop. But last week was my first time, and I'll show you the situation when it's a pretty good idea to fold pocket kings.
So we open up our kings under the gun to 15. Good news, the low jack raises us to 40. The button cold calls the 40. The blinds get out of the way, and we have a decision here. Without the cold caller, I would have considered just flatting this, under wrapping my hand. However, with the dead money there, I'm just gonna go for it now. Raise to 135. So this is now a 4-bet on our side. And then the very surprising thing happens. The low jack makes it 300. He 5 bets and 300 pounds. The button gets out of the way, and we now have a big decision to make. Raise, which would be an all-in, call, or fold. Now, it is player dependent here. If you have a pro making this move of the 5-bet, I would almost certainly call or jam here. Against a nit, I would snap fold this. And this person here, the low jack, was neither of the two. He was an older gentleman, a very aggressive, tight, aggressive player. However, not on the pro side, not a bad player by any means. I think he's a winning player in this game. So is he capable of making this as a bluff? I would not rule it out, but how many players, recreational players who are winning players, do this as a bluff, a 5-bet low jack versus under the gun? Now granted, with a button cold calling in between, him, the low jack might have leveled himself into thinking that I was just being after the dead money. However, still putting in 300 with a 5-bet with a hand like, say, ace-5 suited or something like that, I don't really believe it. So yes, maybe I did get bluffed here, but I think this is the spot to fold kings. If you are 250 or more blinds, big blinds deep, and you face a 5-bet by a recreational player, this is the one time I would fold kings pre-flop in a cash game. Notice, if we were only 100 or 120 big blinds deep, I would not think twice. I would play my kings exactly like aces, but in this case here, I decided to fold. I never found out, unfortunately, what the low jack had, but I'm actually not unhappy with this fold, and I think we should always consider the player that we are against when we have these sort of decisions.